That's a shot I used right there for that show picture a couple weeks ago. The girls that usually jog by here are they're from UT, but I didn't have time because my bus was coming. I didn't have time to ask them what team or well, I asked them what team are they on and said UT. But then the bus was coming in, I couldn't really ask them what sports they play. I'm thinking volleyball or softball, one of those two, or sorority that likes to stay in shape, or it could be some kind of club. Every one of those girls are fit. I mean, fit. And I'd say that the oldest one there is probably like 22 in that whole group. So very young girls, 18 to 22. And I do have to admit, it does sort of make my morning every time I see them. But they're way too young for me. Okay, I'm 40 years old. That's 20-year difference? Hell no. Plus, I'm big. I don't think they'll be interested in a big guy like me, you know. Oh, shit. But it is, I mean, come on, man. It is nice to look at, okay? Especially a few of those girls, they wear their shirts kind of tied, you know, around their chest area. So they're showing out their, you know, their abs and stomach area. And I'm like, damn. I wish I could get a picture of them, but because I don't have their permission, and I think they'll probably think that I'm some sort of, you know, what do you call that? Pervert. You know, I don't think it'll be a right thing to put them on TV. But I am going to ask them when they run by, say, hey, what sports do you guys play? Or is this a club? And see if find out at least what they do. If they're like a volleyball team or something like that, they'd be like, hey, go Horns, shit. You know? But this whole week, I haven't really been blogging a whole lot. I think yesterday I did a little bit, and then I did a little bit this morning when I was heading over to the gas station to pick up cigarettes. But really haven't had a lot to say this week. There's not really much happening except for the fact that we do know that Apple is supposedly going to be announcing a rumored iPad mini shortly before the Microsoft Surface come out. Now, if that's the case, usually when Apple makes an announcement, the item is up for sale the very next day, or it's for sale like the hour later. Same thing with Google. When they make announcements, they always, you know, state that you can start purchasing the item either an hour from the announcement or the very next day at a certain time, like at 9 o'clock their time. And so if that's the case, if they release their product a few days before Microsoft Surface, it could hinder sales of the Surface because Apple has been around longer and it's made a name and the device works. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the iPad. I would never get it for myself, but the iPad is a good system. You know, it is. And people love it. They got a lot of fans. And a person who's thinking about moving over to a Surface may purchase an iPad mini because it won't cost as much. A Surface is $500 for a 10-inch screen. It's about the same size as an iPad, right? Right. Now, iPad mini will probably cost in the ballpark of $200 or $300. I'd say at most $350. And since the Surface is 10 inches, but a person wants, you know, an iPad or some type of tablet, but they don't have $500 to spend, they may spend $350 on an iPad mini so they can have some kind of tablet. Same thing with the Nexus 7. When they announced $200 for the Nexus 7, I'm like, that is very cheap. I'm even considering a Nexus 7 just so I can have a tablet because it's very inexpensive, you know. But, whew, boy, What a day. Today's Friday. Glad, you know. This week, like I said, I didn't have much to blog about, but a lot of personal things happened this week. So I just had to get through it. Nothing I will say on the vlogs or to the public, but a lot of things are happening. So, just try to get through it and think positive. And on the positive end, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And, eventually I'll reach that light. So it's all good. And that's not my bus, by the way. Hey, where my girls at? They usually are jogging by here by now. I just wanted to ask them what sports, because I'm actually curious. I mean, is it volleyball, softball, sorority? Is it a fitness club, of some sort? Here's the thing, though. Not all of them, they don't wear, a few of them wear Longhorn T-shirts, but not all of them do. And I'm thinking that if they're like in a sporting team, they'll be wearing their, usual uniforms, but as they jog. But they don't do that. So I'm wondering if it's like a club, like a fitness club, that a group of girls that like to run together so that they feel safe, When you do that, you're around a lot of girls, and if something does happen, they're better able to defend themselves with a group of girls, especially early morning, jogging through downtown. Jogging by yourself is not really a good idea, especially if, even for a man, even for a grown, strong man, it's not really a great idea to be jogging by yourself in a very populated city. So, oh boy. Tell you the truth, this is probably the multi-blog the whole entire week. Shit, this will probably be just a Friday blog because, seriously. And edit this down. I was very happy. The first 2 weeks of the month, I just started doing weekly blogs. And doing these weekly blogs has reduced the amount of time I spend editing the blogs to only a few days a week, 2 days a week. It takes me like a couple of days. Whereas trying to do it every single day, it's a lot of work. And since I do have a job and I catch the bus, I am out of the house for 10 to 12 hours a day. So when I get in the house, and it takes me, 3 or 4 hours to try to edit a blog, I don't have any time for myself. I don't have any time for my wife. It's just too much. Even if I ran my own business, it would be too much if I try to do it daily, unless I was working from home. Then I can spend a few, and I don't make any money doing this. So if this was my primary income, then yeah, I'll be doing this all the time, but it isn't, at this time at least. So, okay, here comes my bus. And my girls didn't show up. Boo-hoo. All right, let me get out this thing because my bus is on its way.